does it done you up?
Okay, this is our Decipio 1. Me and my daughter Eva have been working for the last few weeks on it's kind of a hybrid death run survival map here. And the object is 1, to stay alive, 2, to finish it, and to do it in a timed manner. Eventually we'll have a Hall of Fame wall at the end where if you can complete the run without dying, you can put your name on the wall and your time, and eventually we'll probably have like a top 10 list of who did it the fastest and whatnot, but it's still a work in progress. I just want to show you a little bit of what we came up with so far. I'll take you on a quick aerial view. It's a desert map. We kind of built it around some of the towns that were generated in the desert run, but if you look so far, I think we have about 30 or so separate parts to it, some above ground, some below ground. I just want to give you a quick aerial overview of what we're working with here. And this is our first map like this we've ever tried to create, so obviously it's still a work in progress. So here is an aerial shot so far of what we have. I think it looks a lot better at night, so if I ever upload this map, try to get it to where it's running at night. But I'll take you through it a little bit and we'll demo a few of the obstacles. So it starts off pretty basic, little parkour type jumper here. I think it gets progressively harder and harder as you go. A lot of the different parkour type things have places where you could fall through, and if you fall through, then there's a way to get back to start that particular one again. I tried to make a lot of it glass so you could see the farm community around you as you're playing it. Here you go over, jump into the water, come back down onto another parkour that brings you up. Or if you happen to fall off of this one, or if you want to bypass the parkour altogether, you could just run up the stairs. But up here, there's holes in the glass, so if you happen to fall down, you're going to have to go back, start the parkour map over again. To get to the end, this is pretty cool. I'll show you what you have to do on this. So once you get to the end, you want to jump off it and hopefully bounce to the end. But the thing here is, if you don't make it, you can just get the stairs and go up it. But when you get to the end on this one, you got to make sure you're running, or else you're not going to make it. So you make it if you run. Here's another simple parkour type endeavor. But if you fall through this one, it gives you the option to run through. And here, you would jump off. And when you're down here, you could either run and jump on the lily pads across, or you could just swim across. Either way. Then you have stairs and some obstacles here. A little lava pit parkour action. And then a waterfall that brings you down to a maze. I'm not going to show you how to do the maze though. Once you get through the maze, there's another parkour map that you got to jump up on around here. And then this one's not really a maze, but kind of like an obstacle course to find your way through the quickest. Once you get through that, you're going to jump down into the water. Then we got like a glass lava thing. As I was creating this map, I tried to make as many things as possible that would take your eye away from what you're doing, so that potentially slows you down. So one of the tips I'm going to give you right now to doing this map is, when you do it for a timed run, don't look at anything, just do the map and run. You know, you could do it again and again and look around at the different little things we've put in. But here's a waterfall that's going to bring you down. Then there's going to be some fire obstacles through there. If you make it out, there's another simple parkour and a stairway up that goes up. This is one of my better creations here. My daughter, Eva, say hello, Eva.
Hello.
She helped me come up with this idea. I think it's pretty fun. It's a dropper, but it's all slime blocks, so you don't take any damage, but it makes it hard to get down. So I'm going to show you an example of trying to get down.
Yeah, you can bounce on every one of the slime poles and it will not kill you or anything
it just
like that.
will take longer to get down.
Yeah.
And then once you're down, I put like a kind of like a glass maze in here. I think when everything's all glass, it just makes it that much harder to see what you're actually doing.
Yeah, even the one with the glass with the holes in it, well, it's kind of easy for me.
So here's a little underwater area you got to navigate through to get through. And then another staircase bringing you up. This is kind of like a double waterfall. And obviously there's quicker ways to get down a waterfall, so you got to learn how to do that to make your time the fastest. Then like a little slime block, parkour, jumper, and underwater map there. It's kind of like an underwater maze type map. When you get out of that, you'll come back up. You got some lava pits and water, and then a pumpkin patch kind of obstacle thing to navigate through. And little water and lava traps. Down here is a parkour with cactus underneath it, so if you fall on this, you're going to probably take some damage. Here's another maze. I'll give you just a quick look at it, how it's all blue, and to get through it. This one's kind of difficult. Even though it's a small maze, it's actually kind of difficult. But once you find your way through there, we got a bunch of doors to go through. Everyone's blocked off except for one, and I'm not going to show you the one. You won't be able to tell from outside either, but once you make it through that one, here's another slime block bouncer type parkour map to get to the top. You can get to the top, you got a little waterfall. There's a few different ways to do this one. If you just ride the waterfall down, you'll bounce. If you bounce high enough, you can get on that ledge and hopefully bounce up to those ladders, or you can climb up all the way on either of these. Or if you're lucky enough, you can go down here, jump at the end, and get right onto the ladders.
And this is basically like a parkour that you have to race through.
Yep. And so, that's what we have built so far. Eventually, we're going to bring out different ideas. We're going to come through this way, come back around, and back around, back to the town, and we'll probably wind up ending it somewhere out here. I'm hoping to have about 50 of these different types of obstacle course droppers, parkour type things, and I think it's pretty fun. I've had a few people test it out so far as we've been going through it. Everyone seemed to really like it, so I just wanted to give you a sneak preview of what we're working on. When it's all said and done, I think we're going to probably have about a 4-minute run here. I think if you really do well and if you're able to make it through alive, you should be able to get it done in under 4 minutes. I would say an expert that's worked at this many times and has gone through it 100 times and knows all the obstacles, knows all the mazes and whatnot, can probably churn through it 2.5 minutes. But I think a good starting point is if you could survive this and make through in 4 minutes, you're probably going to be doing good. And again, that's when it's all said and done. So anyway, we just wanted to give you a sneak peek at what we're working at here. Yep.
And also, when we're done creating this big parkour map, there's either going to be 100 levels or so.
That would be
this
nice.
Whole thing.
That takes a lot. I'm kind of shooting for 50, but like a lot of game developers say, it's done when it's done, and that's going to be the same for this. It's kind of like a side project, and
the reason why and the reason why there's this pink thing is because my llama's in it in the background. So don't worry about that. Just get through the whole parkour map without looking through it.
Yeah.
And anyways, if you log in, it will look really awesome, so don't get upset that you lose. It's just a parkour map.
Yeah, there you go. And as you can see, here's a little night shot of it, how it looks. Well, I think it looks a lot better at night. So.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, I'll be giving more updates as the time goes on, and eventually we'll show you what it's like to actually run through it and see all the damage you can take and how hard this is actually going to be to stay alive. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll be sure to post updates as they come along. Have a good one. Thanks.
Bye.